Hello friends, in our previous lecture we have completed third chapter of statistics. Now we are moving forwards towards the fourth chapter of accountancy, that is reconstruction of partnership. Now friends, as the name of the chapter itself suggests that in the partnership, whenever we need to make any changes, then what are the accounting effects to be done for such changes in the business, and what are the type of changes, how it will affect the assets and liabilities, the profitability of the business, that everything we are going to learn in this chapter. And the last topic of the chapter is excluded, that I will say when it will come. Okay, so reconstruction of partnership. We have studied about the nature of partnership and its final accounts in previous chapter. In this chapter we will study about reconstruction of partnership, that is changes in partnership due to several reasons. Now what are the reasons for changes in partnership? Changes in profit and loss sharing ratio, admission of existing partners in partnership, retirement or death of a partner, means changes of P&L ratio. If there are three partners, then still there are three partners, but the profit and loss ratio between them is changing. Then if there are two partners, one new partner is admitted, then that is admission of a partner. If there are three partners and one is retiring or one has death, then it will be retirement or death of partner. For each we have single chapter. For this chapter we will have only changes in profit and loss ratio. Fifth chapter is about admission. Sixth chapter is about retirement or death of a partner. And the seventh chapter is total close down of the business. So in this chapter we will discuss in detail about the change in profit and loss sharing ratio of distribution between partners. The detailed discussion on admission of new partner and retirement or death of partner has been made in next chapter. So friends, this chapter will be the base for the next three coming chapters, that is 5, 6 and 7. So this chapter is the total base, so please focus on this chapter. Now what are the reasons for changes in P&L ratio? Why we have to change the P&L ratio? Such reasons are explained for our general knowledge. Generally, profit and loss sharing ratio between the partners in a partnership is not changed once it is agreed. It is not changed unless it is agreed, but profit and loss sharing ratio between they are explaining by example, is 3:2. Generally this ratio is not changed, but if it is required, then it is changed with the consent of all partners. Normally P&L ratio cannot be changed, and if it is required, then it is changed through the consent of all. If A is willing that the ratio is to be changed, that is not. It is by the consent, mutual consent of all the partners. Yeah. Okay, what are the reasons? When a partner in charge of firm is not able to manage the firm on the grounds of illness or incapability of some personal reasons. Suppose A, B, C are partners, equal partners, 1:1:1. Now suppose B is the partner who is suffering from illness, so he cannot give that much time in the business. Still the ratio is same, and he cannot give that time, so why is to be given with more profit? So at that time A and C will say that this is injustice for them. So with the consent of ABC, the ratio will be changed accordingly, who is working in the firm and who is not. When a partner cannot devote enough time to run a business, same thing. If you are ill, you cannot give the time. If you are simply not ill and not anything, then you cannot give the time, and the other partner have to substitute him due to retirement or death or due to new partners admission. So these are some of the reasons for changing the P&L ratio. We don't have to understand with the illustration, it's not required. On page number 108, directly moving towards the first topic of the chapter, that is sacrificing ratio. What is this sacrificing ratio? When there is a change in the ratio of profit and loss sharing of existing partners, a portion of profit of certain partners is reduced. That less share compared to what they used to get before this reduced share is called a sacrifice ratio. As I said, that B is ill and A, B, C are getting equal ratio, and B is telling that my share will be given to A and B. So he is giving some of the portion of his share in favor of A and C. So that is sacrifice of B, but gain of A. So we are learning two aspects in this chapter, gain and sacrifice. So sacrifice means the share which we were getting before and share which we are getting now, if there is a reduction in our share, then that is sacrifice. And if there is increment in our share comparing to our previous share, that is our sacrifice. Formulas and everything is given. And in the same way, gaining ratio is also given. Page number 113. See, when there is, on page number 113, let's read that also. When there is a change in profit and loss sharing ratio of partners, share of profit of some partner reduces and some partner increases. Some of the partner share of profit is higher than the prior one, that higher share is called the gaining ratio. Okay. Now let's write the name of the chapter and let's start the chapter. Okay. So everyone will write chapter number 4. Reconstruction of partnership. Then types of reconstruction. Changes in P&L ratio of changes in P&L ratio within existing partners admission of a new partner retirement or death of a partner. So these are the types of reconstruction. Now again we will give the heading changes in P&L ratio within existing partners. In that, first we are learning sacrificing ratio. And for understanding the sacrificing ratio, we will write one sentence. If comparing to previous share, comma, the current share is reduced, then that reduced share is sacrifice. Now formula for sacrifice. Sacrifice is equals to old share minus new share. It is very natural thing that first we were receiving some and next we are receiving some of the share. Now if that shares is reduced, then we have to compare old with new, not new with old. Then that is our sacrifice. Some of the points we have to remember for it. If the difference of old and new share is 0, then there is no sacrifice or gain. If the difference of old and new is negative, then it is gain instead of sacrifice. that if we are calculating sacrifice and the answer is negative, then that is actually gain. Okay, why gain? Because his shares is comparing to old share, his new share is more, so that is actually gain for him. Okay, we will understand by looking at the type of sum. So first we are solving the sums related to sacrifice. By just looking at this you cannot understand, but when we are solving the sum it will be very easy for you. So this sums carries 2 marks for it. So on page number 139 we are having fourth sum. So come to exercise sum number 4. So exercise in that question number 4. Amar and Akbar are partners of a firm sharing profit and loss in equal proportion. So the ratio between Amar and Akbar is 1:1. They decided to change their profit and loss proportion to 3:2 for future. So their current ratio is 1:1. So old share is 1:1, old ratio. New ratio is 3:2. Under these circumstances, what sacrifice is made by each partner? Very simple. But how to write these things? Please see. Leave some space here, then write as we were writing in first chapter. Amar is to Akbar. First we will write their old ratio. Old ratio is equal. From this old ratio we will find their old shares, because we need shares in formula. So how to write that shares? 1 plus 1 is 2. So this share is 1 and divide by 2. This share is also 1 and divide by 2. Always the denominator will be the total of shares. See, his share is 1, so 1. His share is also 1, so 1. And 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 1. Then, new ratio. New ratio between them is 3:2. Now, what will be the new shares? His share is 3 and total will be 3 plus 2, 5. His share is 2, total will be 3 plus 2, 5. So, in this way you have to. So whenever you are solving the sum, first you are compulsory to write old ratio, from old ratio old share, then from new ratio new share. Now what we need to calculate is sacrifice. So sacrifice is equals to old share minus new share. So at the first we will calculate the sacrifice of Amar. So we will write sacrifice of Amar. What is the old share for Amar? 1/2 minus. What is the new share for Amar? 3/5. Now how to solve this thing? See, taking the LCM is somewhat complicated for many students. So I am not telling you to take the LCM. Instead, what to do? Please focus here. I am giving one method. The first step is to multiply both the denominator. Multiply both. 5 2s are 10. Then make the cross multiplication starting from the second point. 5 multiply 1 is 5. And in there between minus, so I have kept also minus. And next from first part, 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. Now the answer will be minus 1/10. Now friends, as the answer is minus and we are calculating sacrifice, so actually it is gain. So while calculating sacrifice, if any answer is minus, then it is actually gain. But understand this method. Again I will write 1/2 minus 1/2 minus 3/5. What is the first step? To multiply both denominators. 5 2s are 10. Then starting from second value, take the cross multiplication. 5 1s are 5. In that between minus is there, so I have kept minus. Then again 2 3s are 6. But don't start from here. 2 3s are 6 here. Start from the second point. 5 2s are 10, denominator multiplication of denominators. Then cross multiplication starting from second value, 5 1s are 5, 3 2s are 6. Then sacrifice of Akbar. Old share 1 by 2, new share 2 by 5. Again, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5, minus, so minus, 2 2s are 4, 1 by 10. Now see, the net answer between all the partners must be 0. This is minus 1 by 10, this is plus 1 by 10, so it is telling that your answer is correct. Because if we are calculating sacrifice and the answer is plus, that is sacrifice, we don't need to mention, and one answer should be gained. So 1 by 10 sacrifice, so he is gaining 1 by 10. So we can say that from this answer we can say that Akbar is sacrificing 1 by 10 share and Amar is gaining 1 by 10 share from Akbar. So first the ratio was 1:1, now the ratio is 3:2. So we can say that Akbar is sacrificing and Amar is gaining. But their sacrifice and gain must be, total must be 0. 1 by 10 minus 1 by 10, it is 0. These are the sums, this carries 2 marks. Okay, now next question number 5. So question number 5. Komal, Krupa and Karishma are partners of a partnership firm. They distribute profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2:1. All the partners have decided to change the profit and loss ratio to 5:3:2 for future. So 3:2:1 is the old ratio, for future 5:3:2, that is new ratio. From this information calculate sacrifice. Okay. So giving some space and writing the 3 names: Komal, Krupa, Karishma. Old ratio 3:2:1. Old share is 3, divided by total, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 6, 2 by 6, 1 by 6. New ratio 5:3:2. New share 5, 5 plus 3 8 plus 2 10, 3 divided by 10, 2 divided by 10. Okay. Now formula: sacrifice is equals to old share minus new share. Sacrifice of Komal. Komal's old share is 3 by 6. Komal's new share is 5 by 10. Okay? Now, again, 10 6s are 60. Start cross multiplication from the second value. 10 3s are 30 minus 6 5s are 30. So the answer is 0 by 60. So the answer is, and as I said, if the answer is 0, then that partner has no gain or no sacrifice. Next is sacrifice of Krupa. Krupa's old share is 2 by 6. Krupa's new share is 3 by 10. 10 6s are 60. 10 2s are 20 minus 6 3s are 80. The answer will be 2 by 60, but we don't have to cut the decimals. We know that it is divisible by 2, so 1 by 30 is there, you don't need to do that. in these chapters. Okay, don't do. Sacrifice of Karishma. Old share 1 by 10, new share 2 by 10, 10 6s are 60, 10 1s are 10, 6 2s are 12, minus 2 by 60. As the answer is minus and we are calculating sacrifice, so it is gain. And as I said, the total should be 0. This is 0 plus 2 by 60 minus 2 by 60. This is 0. So we can say that from old ratio to new ratio, Komal has no sacrifice or no gain. Krupa is sacrificing for Karishma. So Karishma is gaining 2 by 60, Krupa is sacrificing 2 by 60, and Komal has no change in their ratio. Okay, and see, total is 0. 2 by 60 minus 2 by 60, and this is 0. Next sum, 6th. Sachin, Rahul and Rohit are partners of a partnership firm. Profit and loss sharing ratio is 1:2:2 between them. All partners have decided to change their profit loss sharing ratio to 3:2:1. Calculate the sacrifice. Sachin, Rahul, Rohit. Old ratio 1:2:2. Old share 1 divided by 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5. New ratio 3:2:1. New share 3 divided by 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 1 6, 2 by 6, 1 by 6. Sacrifice is equals to old share minus new share. Sacrifice of Sachin. Old share of Sachin is 1 by 5. New share of Sachin is 3 by 6. Now 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are 6 minus 3 5s are 50. 6 5s are 30, 6 1s are 6, 5 3s are 50. Minus 9 by 30, and it is minus, so it is 8. Sacrifice of Rahul. Old share 2 by 5, new share 2 by 6, 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 2 by 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 2 by 30. Sacrifice of Rohit. Old share 2 by 5, new share 1 by 6, 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 5 1s are 5, 7 by. Again 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 5 1s are 5, 7 by 30. And the net effect should be 0, minus 9, and in plus 7 plus 2 9 by 30, plus 9 by 30, and minus 9 by 30 is 0. So we can say that from old to new ratio, Sachin is gaining 9 by 30, Rahul is sacrificing 2 by 30. Rohit is sacrificing 7 by 30. Yes. So this sacrifice topic is over. Now we are taking the topic of gaining. Now it is just opposite. Formula is new share minus old share, because gaining is such a share, the share is increased, and sacrificing is such a share which is decreased, and same thing will be here. If we are calculating sacrifice and answer is minus, so it is gain, and if we are calculating gain and the answer is minus, so it is sacrifice. Okay, you will understand when we are solving this one. Now write the second thing. Gaining ratio. And for understanding gaining ratio, again we will give one sentence. If comparing to old share, the new share has increased, comma, that increased share is gain. Formula: gain is equals to opposite formula of sacrifice. New share minus old share. Again, if the answer is 0, then there is no gain or sacrifice if the answer is negative. Then it is sacrifice instead of gain. See, this is totally opposite of sacrifice. Formula is also opposite, and the explanation is also opposite. Comparing to previous share, our share is decreased, then decreased share is sacrifice. Comparing to old share, our share is increased, then that is our gain. And formula is opposite, new share minus old share. If the answer is 0, it is no gain or no sacrifice. If the answer is negative, now see, we are calculating gain and the answer is negative, then that is opposite answer, that is sacrifice. And if we are calculating sacrifice and the answer is minus, that is our gain. So remember this thing. Okay, going for seventh sum of the exercise. Deepak, Nilesh and Pratik are partners of a partnership firm. Their profit and loss sharing ratio is 1:2:3, which is decided to change 2:1:1 respectively for future. So old is 1:3, new is 2:1. Under these circumstances, what is gain received? See, if we are calculating gain or if we are calculating sacrifice, we can know who is gaining or who is sacrificing. But this is just a formality. If we are checking with sacrifice or if we are checking with gain, answers will be same, and that we will see in ninth sum, because in ninth sum both we need to get. Okay? So you remember that answer will be same for both. Okay. The partners name are Deepak, Nilesh, Pratik. Old ratio 1:2:3. So old share will be 1 divided by 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6. New ratio 2, 2, 1. So new share will be 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 1 by 5. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Now here we have to calculate as gain. So gain is equals to new share minus old share. Gain of Deepak. New share. See, first we are calculating from old share. Now here new share of Deepak is 2 by 5. Old share of Deepak is 1 by 6. So 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12. 5 1s are 5. 7 by 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12. 5 1s are 5. 7 by 30. Gain of niche. New share 2 by 5. Old share 2 by 6. 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12. 5 2s are 10. 2 by 30. 6 5s are 30. 6 2s are 12. 5 2s are 10. Gain of Pratik. Old share 1 by 5. New share new share 1 by 5. Old share 3 by 6. 6 5s are 30. 6 1s are 6. 3 5s are 50. Minus 9 by 30. Now friends, we are calculating gain and the answer is minus, so it is sacrifice. And opposite. If here it is sacrifice and the answer is minus, it is gain. Now let's check it is 0 or not. 7 plus 2 plus 9 and minus 9, it is 0. So we can say that Deepak and Nilesh are gaining 7 by 30, 2 by 30. Pratik is sacrificing 9 by 8. Sums are very easy. 2 to 3 marks. 2 or 3 marks sums are there. Question number 8. Raju, Hasu and Sanju are partners of a partnership firm. Their profit and loss sharing ratio is 5:4:3. All partners have decided to change their P&L ratio to 2:1. From this information, find out name of partners: Raju, Hasu, Sanju. Old ratio 5:4:3. Old share 5 divided 5 plus 4 9. 9 plus 3 12. 4 by 12. 3 by 12. New ratio 2:1. New share 2 divided by 5. 2 by 5. 1 by 5. Gain. New share minus old share. Gain of Raju. Raju's new share is 2 by 5. Raju's old share is 5 by 12. 12 5s are 60. 12 2s are 20. 5 5s are 20. Minus 1 by 60. It is, we are calculating gain and the answer is minus, so sacrifice. Gain of new share 2 by 5, old share 4 by 12. 12 5s are 60, 12 2s are 20, 5 4s are 20, 4 by 60. 12 5s are 60, 12 2s are 24, 5 4s are 20. Always multiply these two, start the cross multiplication from here, then from here. Gain of Sanju, new share 1 by 5, old share 3 by 12. 12 5s are 60, 12 1s are 12, 5 3s are 50, minus 3 by 60. As it is minus, it is 6. Now friends, again. Raju has sacrificed 1 by 60, Sanju has sacrificed 3 by 60, and Hasu is gaining 4 by 60. How? Minus 1, minus 3. So minus 4 plus 4, it is 0. See? Minus 1, minus 3. So minus 4 and plus 4. So it is net effect should be 0 always. Yeah. Now the last sum, which is of both formulas, gain and sacrifice. And you can see that answers will be opposite because the formula is opposite. Sacrifice is old minus new. Gain is new minus old. So everything will be opposite to each other. So last question of these types of small sums, then we will have different types of sums that we will see from next day. Praveen, Mahendra and Arvind are partners of a partnership firm. Their profit and loss sharing ratio is 5:2:2. All partners have decided to change their P&L ratio to 2 by 9, 3 by 9, 4 by 9. See, instead of giving the ratio, now they are giving the new shares directly as new ratio. From this information, find out what sacrifices made by partner by using sacrifice formula. And also from the above information, by using the gain formula, find out what sacrifices made. Answers will be opposite, and it should be opposite. If it is not, then we have made some. Name of partners: Ravi, Mahendra, Arvind. Old ratio 5:2:2. Old ratio 5 by 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9. 5 by 9, 2 by 9, 2 by 9. Now see, new ratio is not given, and directly new shares are given as 2 by 9, 3 by 9, 4 by 9. So if we want new ratio from that, we can find. So what will be the new ratio? The numerators 2, 3, 4. So this you can understand. Whenever shares are given and you have to ascertain the ratio, so use the numerators. And whenever the ratios is given and you have to ascertain the sales, then 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Denominator will be the total. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4. So we will write here number 1, sacrifice. Sacrifice is equals to, don't forget the formula, old share minus new share. Sacrifice of Praveen. Praveen's old share 5 by 9. Praveen's new share 2 by 9. Now one more thing. This is the sixth sum we are solving, and in each sum denominators were not same. Now this is the benefit. Here denominators are same, so we can do direct. If the denominators are same, then common will be the denominator, and directly 5 minus 2, 3 by 9. I know everyone is knowing, but most of you are forgetting the terms which we have learned in previous 8th, 9th, 10th. If the denominators are same, then you don't have to do 9 9s 81. Okay, that answer is also correct, but if it is possible directly, then why you have to do? If the denominators are same, keep the common denominator, directly substitute. Sacrifice of Mahendra. Old share 2 by 9, new share 3 by 9. 2 minus 3 by 9 is minus 1 by 9. Now this will be gain. Why it will be gain? We are calculating sacrifice and answer is minus, so it is gain. Next, sacrifice of Arvind. Old is 2 by 9, new is 4 by 9. 2 minus 4 by 9 minus 2 by 9, and as it is minus, it will be again gain. So let's see. According to the sacrifice formula, Praveen is sacrificing 3 by 9 and Mahendra and Arvind are gaining 1 by 9 and 2 by 9 respectively. And let's see, minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3 and minus 3 and plus 3, so it is net effect is 0. Okay. Now number 2, gain. Formula: gain is equals to new share minus old share. Gain of Praveen. What is the new share of Praveen? 2 by 9. Old share of Praveen 5 by 9. 2 minus 5 divided by 9, so it is minus 3 by 9. And as we are calculating gain, so it will be minus 4 sacrifice. Now you can see the answers are opposite. Here it came 3 by 9, so here it came minus 3. Gain of Mahendra. New share is 3 by 9. Old share is 2 by 9. So 3 minus 2 by 9, it is 1 by 9. Here you can see minus 1 by 9, here you can see plus 1 by 9, because the formula is opposite. Gain of Arvind. New share 4 by 9, old share 2 by 9. So it is 4 minus 2 by 9, 2 by 9. So you can compare. Here it is minus, here it is plus. And again we can say that according to the gain formula, Praveen is sacrificing 3 by 9, whereas Mahendra and Arvind are gaining 1 by 9 and 2 by 9. Here also the interpretation was same. From sacrifice formula also we can say that Mahendra and Arvind are gaining and Praveen is sacrificing. From the gain formula also we can say same thing, that Praveen is sacrificing, Mahendra and Arvind is gaining. Here plus 3 minus 1 and minus 2, so minus 3 by 9 plus 3 by 9. Here it is minus 3 by 9 and 1 plus 2 plus 3 by 9. So the net effect in both the formula is same, and as you can see, by just twisting the formula, the answers are also in the opposite sign. So friends, today we have learned the two important concepts, that is both sacrifice and gain. Sacrifice is old minus new, whereas gain is new minus old, and for that you need this. So that's all for today. Write these things, send to me as soon as possible. That's all. Thank you.